skirt, skeet, skirt, walking through on the curb, getting money on the Ave. Looking like it. Yo. Mic's on. I can't hear myself. How we doing, gang? Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Ridin Sports Show. I go by Lucky Lamar, and to my immediate left, I got my boy Roy in the building with me tonight. What's going on, my boy?
Chilling, man.
You know what I'm saying? We did the Skip Shannon fist bump, old school style. You know what I'm saying? There we go. That scared me a little bit. Is that what I sound like to other people?
Man.
What you been on, my boy? My boy been MIA in Victoria. Had to go to the hometown, to the motherland.
Had to go to the motherland. Had to get some work related stuff taken care of. Got to see Mama Bear. Got to see my sister and everything. That was cool.
Hell yeah.
I'm back in Victoria. Back to work and everything. Getting that going.
Oh yeah. And then of course on the ones and twos, I got the main man in the building, the one who put all this together, Mr. DJ Lil King in the background. Yes, sir. We gonna go ahead and jump right into it. We got another exciting episode of Ridin High Sports on a beautiful Wednesday night in Corpus Christi. So it is official, guys. It breaks my heart to say this because growing up in South Alabama, hearing my mom cheer for the Lakers, watching her Lakers beat Allen Iverson when I was a young Sixers fan, and then seeing the Spurs beat her Lakers, and then becoming a Spurs fan in '99. Right? That's the sole reason why I became a Spurs fan, because they beat the Lakers in the playoffs and shit, right? But Greg Popovic, due to medical issues, I think he had 2 mild strokes within the same 2-year span. That's never good.
Sure. Most definitely.
But dog, that's one of the last godfather of coaching, bro.
Him and Spoelstra.
Spoelstra's
still here.
Spo is the new, head, OG now.
Still got Carlisle over there in Indiana. He was
but I'm talking about in the same cornerstone coach, impact coach, where your Greg Popovich, your Phil Jackson, your Pat Riley.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Your impact coaches. Spo has 3, but it's more that's cool, Spo, but we feel like Spo is more along the right. We give Pop flowers. You know what I mean?
Right.
But did you ever hear how Greg Popovich got his start in San Antonio?
Doc Rivers, you can say Doc Rivers.
See, I got a love-hate relationship with Doc Rivers. I don't think Doc.
I think Spo still as a baby. I don't know why.
That's what I'm saying. Spo still feels young to me, dog. I still feel I guess it's because
he's definitely not a baby.
He's definitely not. He's a grown man, dog.
He's a grown man. He's been there since pretty much 03.
He's
25.
Because he started in the video room, right?
He's been the head coach since 03.
No,
yeah, he started in the video room. He started
as a head coach.
13 or 2010. He was there when LeBron first got there.
He was in the organization around that time, but he had to work his way.
Yeah, he was
he's another one of the. I wouldn't say he was he's not young.
Yeah,
he's young enough, I would say, but he's not that kind of pivotal Popovich, Riley, Jackson, that Van Gundy maybe that coach, not that caliber yet. Give him some more time, I believe.
So who do y'all think the next great basketball coach will be? Because that's in my opinion, I like the dude that just got fired in Denver, Mike Malone. I like his approach to the game. I like the fact that even when you have a superstar talent, it's still tough to get wins out of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like Mike Malone.
I like this coach over here at OKC. He seems like he knows what he's doing, man. It's the second year in a row he's gotten them to the, a good regular season record in the West. He seems to know what he's doing. I don't know the actual name of the coach.
Me neither.
But
can you get that for us? The name of the OKC coach?
Don't know the name of him, but he's doing a damn good job. Mm-hmm. And you know what? He has probably the best offensive talent in the league, next to Anthony Edwards and Gilgeous
That dude's
Alexander.
ridiculous. We're going to talk about him in a little bit, too.
Is it foreign?
What's his first name? Mark?
Coach Mark.
Coach Mark.
Coach Mark. OKC. Shout out to him. He's doing this good. I think he's in year 5. I think it's his 5th year as a head coach for the team. But
He's already been there 5 years?
I think so. But this is back whenever they was still sorry a little
Yeah,
bit,
collecting draft picks.
Yeah, they were still sorry in the top 10 as far as getting picks and stuff. But now they're good, and you see where they're at. But I think I think his players are buying into his system, whatever that may be. It's winning. It's working. They're playing the Denver Nuggets right at this moment. From what we saw, they was getting their butts whooped. The Nuggets.
Yeah, the Nuggets were getting smacked around.
Their butts whooped. So,
and that's where I think coaching comes in, because you need an adjustment now. And Greg Popovich has 5 rings.
5 rings.
5 rings. Coach,
one of the best, probably the best power forward of all time in Tim Duncan. I can gladly say that. And I'm not a Spurs fan, whatsoever. I cannot stand the Spurs. I've never been a Spurs fan, but I can understand when talent is there, and I can appreciate and respect, greatness. And he's a great coach. Being able to coach not only the Spurs but also Team USA.
Team USA. Did he get a silver or gold?
He got a silver. This past one obviously was Kerr under the helm, and they won gold. But he won silver in I think it was in Beijing or whatever the
Ridin team, right?
That was Ridin team. Yeah, and he won it. Yeah. They have that Netflix special on there. I saw that. That was a pretty cool documentary series. But being able to do that, and he's not even. Is he all American? I don't think he's actually American.
I think
his nationality.
Pop is Italian.
Yeah, and he's able to still coach. That's not unforeign to uncommon. Uncommon. It's not uncommon for a not necessarily a natural U.S. land coach to coach USA or any other team as far as a different nationality.
Yeah, because I remember our USA men's soccer team. He was German for the longest time.
So that's what I was saying. Yeah. You don't have to necessarily be American.
That's kind of a weird concept.
It's kind of weird.
I can coach the American team if I'm not American, but I can't play on the American team if I'm not American. If my name's not Joel Embiid,
he has dual citizenship.
If my name's not Joel, no, I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, but
before we keep going about Pop, another coach that I like, Ime Udoka in Houston.
Man, he was supposed to be
nice.
Still in Boston.
He's
the whole fiasco with him getting
snitched on.
Well, just don't do it to yourself. It takes two. You know what I'm saying? He did his part. He did his dirt, and it sucks that he got a good predecessor and a successor in.
Missoula,
yeah. I'm about to say Malzahn, but Missoula,
yeah,
he's doing well.
Coaching,
yeah, right,
Auburn.
right. So we're not doing too bad off that. But Ime Udoka, he was our coach, and he was a good coach. Yeah. He was a great coach for them, But that whole scandal, man, really kind of just set a sour taste in people's mouth. And he made redemption in Houston. Can't lie. Can't get out of that first round, but hey, they're doing well.
And that's because I remember we sat on this couch and said that if Houston were to win, it was going to go 6 or 5.
Yeah.
And if Golden State were to win, it was going to go 7.
Yep.
And if anybody deserved to end that Golden State dynasty, it would be Houston.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't deserve it.
Nope.
Speaking of deserving dynasties, do you think that this new guy? Can you get me the coach for the Spurs name real quick? What's his name? The guy they just hired.
Like I said, I'm not a Spurs guy.
Yeah. But do you think that I don't think. Let me phrase it like this. No one's going to be able to fill the shoes of Greg Popovich, right?
Some big shoes.
What's his name? Mitch Johnson.
Mitch Johnson.
Right? What up, Ken Love? What up, cuz? So Mitch Johnson, do you think that do you think, how long do you think it'll be before it's not okay, he's replaced Greg Popovich, as more as us as an organization and a fan base trust you with this franchise?
You need at least a decade, and you need consistent playoff appearances.
Yeah.
So you can't miss the playoffs like you've been doing. You can't have sorry records like that. You can get draft picks like you can. You can have Wemby. You can have all these surrounding players, but you're not going to win with it. It's what you doing,
Because what was it, 20 years of not missing the playoffs and 50-plus wins?
Bro.
That's insane, bro.
And this is someone who this not despise. That's a strong.
That's
word,
a strong word. You know how much
does not
how much distaste you gotta have for somebody to despise them. Like you can hate somebody, you can loathe somebody, you can resent somebody, but like to say I despise you,
very
like
aggressive.
that's very aggressive word, bro.
So someone who is not a fan of the Spurs,
Yeah.
I can admit that's very impressive to accumulate that in his tenure. You know,
It's insane.
But to answer your question, at least a decade that coach is going to have to be there. And there's going to be some ups and downs, but he has to be there at least 10 years to actually be like, okay, this is your team. Because this is always going to be Pop's team. He's like the winningest coach there.
Bro, it's Joe Franklin still got people talking about Joe Paterno. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think it's more one of those is like
The way that he went out is
bro.
the
Do you
best.
know what's? I know this is off topic, but like my brother literally called it. He goes, bro. The only thing keeping that man alive is coaching football, right? No, like he literally said that, right? He goes, bro. The only thing keeping that man alive is coaching football. He goes, Doug. Like the day he retires, like I don't know how much longer he'll live after that, right? And like no bullshit, like he gets relieved or they mutually agree to part ways or he's fired, right?
That was from the scandal, Sandusky thing,
right?
Yeah, that was.
But that led to him like bucket. You know what I'm saying? But
What else you got to live for, right?
I've coached for 70 years and now I can't. Like literally, it's like waking up to go to work, bro. Like and your alarm go off or you miss your alarm, right?
Yeah.
The only thing his alarm is. look, he be like this. He like, I gotta get up for football. he ain't installed, he ain't called, or did nothing to help in 30 years, but he gotta go football. You know what I mean? So, like, not saying that Greg Popovich is in a situation like that, but it's like, what does Greg Popovich do without basketball? Because Nick Saban is doing TV reluctantly. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like Nick Saban has like a personality none of us knew about. Not saying that Greg Popovich doesn't have a personality.
Did you see the commercial with Saban and that new one where like he's having like a little Airbnb situation?
Yes.
That's funny. He's like breaking down like, okay, there's no this.
No showers should not last longer than 8 minutes.
Oh my God, dude.
Bro.
It's funny.
But like it's like now I'm not saying Pop doesn't have personality, but like Pop is more of like a political voice.
Not as marketable.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I can see him like if he had like better health, you know, like I can see him going into like a political role, especially in the world we live in now.
For sure.
Yeah, I think he knocked it out of the park.
I think so too.
But so you want to go into that question that I asked you on the ride over here, or you want to go into playoff basketball?
We can talk about the one you talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
So
I was pondering it.
I'm gonna let you go first, and I'm just gonna sit here and listen because I'm curious about your answer. Because you're the basketball head, I'm the football guy. You're the basketball guy. That's the balance around this thing, right?
Yeah,
now,
it's good balance.
The question is, with LeBron being okay, let me start with Steph being hurt, right? And they've already said he's gonna miss at least a week. It's a hamstring strain. Like that, he might miss.
He might miss longer.
He might miss a couple of weeks because that thing will feel good until he needs to sprint.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then you still gotta set into your. It's just gonna mess up his whole rhythm.
Yep.
When you do free throws, you won't be able to bend it. No. I'm thinking of things outside of just like running up and down.
Like it's normal shit. Like
playing defense.
Yeah.
You won't be able to do it.
Nope.
You won't be able to do it.
Like who are they playing right now?
They're playing the T-Wolves.
Bro, you trying to tell me he gonna have to stay in front of Anthony Edwards?
I don't even think he's guarding him. I think it's actually Conley guarding him. But I think that Anthony Edwards wants to actually guard him.
Yeah. So either way, like,
but I don't think he's trying to chase that smoke with Ant.
Bro,
I think he's trying to stay against Conley.
And Ant is so petty that Ant would run a 1-2 screen for the switch.
I can see it too.
He would, and we all know it. Ant would run a 1-2 screen for the switch.
He's not dodging smoke. Man.
He's not, bro, and that's why Ant's my favorite player.
I respect it.
Like, and we're gonna get into that in a second. We're gonna get into Ant in a second.
I'm cool with that.
Right? But so with Steph being hurt and liable to miss a week, maybe more in the playoffs, right? Mm-hmm. We have LeBron James just got knocked out of the playoffs in the first round.
He actually has a torn
and he sprained his MCL.
Or sprained MCL, yeah.
Then KD misses the playoffs altogether. Right?
Abysmal.
Oh, I forgot. Kyrie Irving tore his ACL today. Klay Thompson is wearing a weird blue and white jersey with number 31 on it. You know what I mean?
Times have changed.
Like,
man. Times are changing.
So is it time to say, and then we just got Carmelo Anthony and Dwayne Wade both in the Hall of Fame who are part of LeBron James's playing career and draft class, right?
Very deserving.
Right, very deserving. Now, with that being said, is it time to say that era of the NBA is officially starting to dwindle down and close? Because you have superstars like, and I'm just going to name the ones, I'm not even a basketball guy, right? And I can name you about a good 7 or 10 superstars that I think, you ready? Let's go for it.
Let's go.
We got Ant-Man, right?
Okay.
You have SGA, you have Joker, you have Giannis.
Is this like you're ranking them?
No, I'm not ranking. I'm just like naming like superstars, like to replace those.
Well,
like,
okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have SGA, Giannis, Halliburton is busting people ass right now.
Saw the three-pointer,
I
right?
did. You know what I mean?
Tough.
You have Jalen Brunson in New York. You have LaMelo Ball. Like you have Paolo Banchero. You have Cade Cunningham.
Yep.
Like you have freaking Wemby. You have Castle. Donovan Mitchell.
You got a lot
Luka.
of
you know what I mean?
players.
Like
Yeah.
it's reached a point to where
the talent is better.
And we've reached a new style of basketball almost. You know what I mean? Like this, like the previous like we are full-fledged, in my opinion, in the Steph Curry era of basketball, like his generation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we had Jordan's generation, which gave us Kobe's, LeBron's,
right?
You know what I mean? That era. Then we had kids like, oh snap, that motherfucker can shoot. I can shoot a little bit.
Yep.
You mean to tell me I'm gonna go get bigger and stronger? I can throw it from farther. And then Steph started going expanding. And now your Boston Celtics are all trying to be Steph Curry. You know what I mean?
It's upsetting, man.
With that being said, I think it's safe to say that era is closing because you don't have oh snap, hey bro, KD's on the market. My team should trade for him. It's more like, hey bro, KD's on the market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not saying he doesn't have that impact on a team, but it's more just like a bro.
And that only has to do with, age. Age is just, undefeated. Even though LeBron's playing into his 40s, he's just a different.
He's an anomaly, bro.
He's a different hit.
Like that's like we are comparing a 40-year-old LeBron James to 20, 22, 24, 25 people that didn't exist for half of his life. We are comparing him to.
Hey man, I'm not necessarily a LeBron fan, but I respect the man, and I respect what he's done for the league, and he's a model citizen off the court as well. Doesn't get in any trouble, doesn't have any scandals around him.
We got a very important trial coming up. We'll see about that.
Well, I mean, as of what I know, he's been exemplary for. Oh man! But yeah, I have to agree with you as far as like that type of like basketball is starting to dwindle out just because, like I said, age. It's not necessarily the skill. The players are still there. There's just
like they're still there, but I'm saying like that era, not even like their play style, just like that era, like bro, like we will never get Steph versus LeBron in the finals. You know what I mean? We will never get a bro. Will LeBron face KD in the finals this year? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh snap, KD just went to Brooklyn with Kyrie. Are they gonna meet the Lakers or the Warriors in the finals? Like now it's, hey bro, you think Boston and OKC are gonna meet up? Like, can we get SGA and Chet versus Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum?
Man,
you know what I mean? That's the matchup that we want now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just like a unique thing to see.
It's still foreign.
You know what I mean?
Still foreign.
It's still foreign,
most
but like we're getting to a point to where like what is like I'm anxious to see the ESPN flip, right? Who becomes the like the and like I'm a big wrestling fan, right? So in this situation, who becomes your face or your good guy? Like who do they love?
Well, I mean, everybody.
I mean?
So they presumably put Anthony Edwards as that title of the face of the league. He doesn't want it though.
But
he doesn't want it
but that's my other point. Like now, like when I see when you say face in wrestling, who's your good guy, right? When I like for that, that's probably gonna be like your
The good guy in basketball is kind of like that. It's boring.
You know what I mean? But who's your Tim Duncan? You know what I mean? You gotta have somebody
the right way.
for every right? You like if Anthony Edwards is gonna be the face of your league, right? The dude that has
he's a villain.
The man that said, "Hey, bro, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm out here, y'all motherfuckers out here buying girls houses and cars. I'm out here buying babies." You know what I mean?
Boy, did a whole 18 years and
he
one
bought a
sum.
baby. Now that's a rich baby daddy flex.
That's unheard of.
Like you heard of, like, bro, he literally paid it off and said, "Hey, let me go ahead and write that off as a tax write off and get that back."
That's a
bro.
I mean, see, but you know, these off court issues, man, with him, I don't want that to tarnish what he can do on the court because you know people are gonna look at him like, man, he's an immature guy who does not want to accept responsibility because it takes two, man.
Yeah,
it
does.
I don't care how young you are, you know what you were doing when you were inside that woman. You know what I'm saying? So take care of yourself.
And it's more, and it's like, and in my opinion, it's more like you can't blame a dog for being a dog. You know, like. Bro, first of all, you know he gonna strap it up. He rich nigga. He got a bunch of kids already. So
I know.
You know what I mean.
Why,
so like, if you knew what was gonna happen when you laid down, you was chasing the check yourself, girl. You can't stop playing. But if he is gonna be your bad guy, right? It can't be Luka because Luka
could be a bad guy too.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like Luka's a bad guy.
Yeah, he could be a bad guy.
Jokic want to go home when the season's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Halliburton got smoked with everybody.
He's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
People are starting.
You know what I mean?
You know,
like,
it can't be that. Can't be Butler. You know, you getting him booed every time he touches the ball.
Like, who can be? It can't be. Can it be Jalen Brunson? I don't think he has the star power behind his name for it
right now. But he's definitely making a name for it. He's having a great. He had a good year last year.
Absolutely.
He's having a great year as far as averaging.
You know who I think the face that they are going to try and make it be? Cooper Flag.
I can see that, and he'll be the good guy.
You know what I mean? Because he's the clean cut, fresh shaved. He has no, like, he literally
to the league
has unscathed. Yeah. He's supposed to be the number 1 overall pick.
Yep.
He's supposed to. Now you have. Came from Duke.
All the credentials.
He has the quote unquote chip on shoulder from the missing the game winner in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a part. Like, you can't make this up.
No, he definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, and then go back to Ant-Man. Like in the movie with Adam Sandler, he wasn't acting when he was talking to that dude, right? He was not acting. He said,
"Oh my god!" I forgot about that movie.
Bro, and honestly, what that was, they were standing on the free throw line. They just said action. They was filming somewhere else, and Ant had his mic on. He knew it. He was just like, "Who that girl is over there? Oh, who the mama? Oh, that's your mama." Nah, Ant was serious when he said that, bro. That was a real fight.
Hey, what was the name that they gave that boy in that movie?
What was Kermit, yeah.
I'm like, what they named that boy after?
Because it's an Adam Sandler movie.
Oh my god, no, literally that movie. I think it's called. Shoot, I forgot the name of it, man. Hustle.
Yes, Hustle.
Man,
yeah.
And the main player, the Hernan Gomez dude.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't even know he was in the league like that. I know he had a brother. And you know, I didn't know he was in the league though.
Bro, I didn't know he was in the league until I was watching. I think it was a Pelicans game, and I saw the tattoos.
Yeah, they both. They both got it.
And I was like, wait a minute, is that? And sure as shit, it was.
Yeah, they both got him. They both got him.
But Oklahoma City is whooping that ass.
They
Bro, threw the ball
from that first game. I don't know if you watched the first game, but it's like, dude, they should have been. Put them on notice, man. But yeah, they came out tonight firing on all cylinders. Now they look like they're gonna win tonight,
bro. They should not have fired Mike Malone.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I'm not.
But since we got, I thought he was gonna lead the game on, bro. I was interested.
Like, we're gonna do a live little commentary.
The game.
Huh?
I said, then y'all just gonna end up.
I know, right?
But all right, what do you think, King? You think that era of NBA basketball is closing? The LeBron, KD, Kyrie, Steph, like that, because you have like LeBron's generation already going into the Hall of Fame.
No, KD is the grandfather of the new generation. All these players that are coming out are fucking what Gucci Man say, all my children. All most of these rappers is all my children.
Oh my god,
bro.
So what does that make LeBron?
Fucking players dime, 6'10", 7 foot, 7'1", 7'2". What are they doing? Out there trying to shoot. Who started that?
And that's what. And now I'm not talking about like.
So,
and when I
anything,
say
that style is just barely.
no, not the style. The players themselves, like.
Nah, because Kevin Durant's still averaging 27 a game. He needs to go to the Rockets.
Okay. Now
That's what they need. They need to put together a package for Jalen Green and get rid of Jalen Green and go ahead and get Durant. That's
Okay,
what
so-
they're missing that veteran piece. They got a veteran piece in Steven Adams, but he's just
He's just a rebounder.
He's a locker room veteran piece.
You need a veteran piece on the floor.
On the floor.
Yeah.
Yep. And you could kind of call Van Fleet. He got that one championship.
But he ain't got that bucket. He ain't gonna get you a
He
bucket.
ain't 7 foot.
He ain't gonna make you.
He ain't 7 foot.
He ain't 7 foot. Okay. Now, so question. Do you think that Jalen Green, and same thing for you, Roy,
Yeah.
is kind of like not Jordan Poole? He's that good player on bad team, but when good team becomes good, he becomes in the way of success.
He definitely was a.
You know what I mean?
He was a shell of himself in the game 5, game 6, game 7. He didn't really like show up.
Like,
You know.
I'm not even dismissing his talent or nothing. I'm just
yeah, not dismissing his talent.
Yeah.
watching this past series.
How he was
And I
kind
didn't
of.
watch none of the regular series.
He was in the
I just watched
background.
the series, but just watching this series, he's expendable.
He was in the background a lot.
They could have played this series with him being injured for the whole season, and it would have been the same what we saw. I feel like.
Okay.
He did some good plays, but Şengün, never heard of him
Şengün,
before.
bro.
Never heard of him before this series.
He's one of the zestiest like
I know
looking
who he
players,
is now.
bro. In the
Like what we
Bro.
said about the dude from
He-
Georgia when Georgia played Texas that first time. I forgot his name. Walker.
Yeah.
We said about Walker. I said we know who.
We know who he is now.
We know who he is now. With
Bro,
Şengün,
no.
I ain't know who he was before
No,
this year, but I
Şengün,
know
bro.
Who he is now.
Bruh, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was watching that game and like
I can't
I can't
stand
watch basketball the same no more because I'm always training on being a ref, right? Look, I'm watching the game, right? That motherfucker Şengün was traveling all night, dog. Bro,
Şengün, he be.
Bro. he's skilled, but he's goofy with
He
it,
look,
right?
he looks zesty with it.
He-
Like
he
he
do.
kind of like he kind of
Because
the way
he
he
be
runs.
traveling, bruh.
Have y'all seen how he runs? He run like with his.
I'm thinking like.
Run like he got something up there, bro. It's kind of weird.
I've never heard of until watching this.
He's been there for a
He's
minute.
been there for like
I heard he's been
3-4 years.
all that.
He's only 22.
I know Jalen Green, Jabari Smith.
He's been there with them.
Yeah.
I think he was there before them,
I'm like,
He's there for
bruh,
4
like,
years.
right? He's been there before all of them, right? He was the first
He's
one.
only 22.
Literally putting the game in this dude's hands.
Yeah.
Like, damn, he's coming down court. It's like, damn.
No, he's
it's
a
almost
bucket
his
getter.
shoulders down there type shit.
He could score. He could take over the game. But you know, it's
Bro, they
I don't
have
know.
84 points in the second
Jabari
quarter.
Smith, he's expendable too. They need to just trade Jabari and goddamn Green.
y'all got to keep Thompson though, because that boy,
Bro, that boy's cold.
That boy is
That boy,
him
cold.
and his brother.
He's untouchable.
Him and his brother, bro. Like y'all keep them boys. Make sure y'all build around that player.
Bro,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
that's your superstar.
Şengün and that Easton dude.
Eason can play too.
Yep.
I like Eason too.
And that's
off the
because
bench.
like it was 2K23.
Shoot, I stopped after 20.
Bro, it's so stupid now. I bought 25. I put $50 into getting my skill points, and I said F this
You actually
game.
gotta pay money.
Bro, that game is
Hey.
stupid.
Otherwise, you got to pay money and
that's tough.
sit there and have your girl not want to be with you no more because you're playing that shit all goddamn day.
And you trash, nigga, if you don't. Trash.
Straight up.
Trade Dookie
You're
juice.
just gonna play an hour or two a night. Man,
Well, I'm
you
single,
gonna
so
be-
I
you gonna
can't.
be 6 months ago by your dude barely still 76.
Bro.
I'm single. It don't pertain to me.
And like, bro, you know what's crazy? Like, and we gonna get off subject for a second.
It frustrates you because you're getting on and all these niggas are 98, 99.
Yep.
They're walking around so you can see their numbers. And
Yep.
you're looking at your number and you're like 73. You're like, and then it gets to the point where people don't even want to play with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
because they're-
And you get on the court and niggas will not pass you the ball. Niggas will not pass you the ball.
That makes you like,
I can only imagine what-
money into this so I can
Yep.
make my dude better. And it's just a money grab, bro.
And then, bro, I don't know if you got the same problem, King. I be putting the points, and I still can't make a goddamn shot. I can't make a layup to save my life, Doug. Bro, I'm so bad at 2K. I am done with that game, bro. It don't make sense, bro. That game is fundamentally broken.
I've never been good at 2K, bro. That's my
Bro, and that's because, like, I don't even play against other niggas. Bro, I know I'm not good enough to play against other niggas, so I'm not gonna waste my emotions getting mad at losing because I'm competitive. Like I'm the type to where I will go through a controller if I lose a video game, bro. If I lose too many times and I lose on some bullshit, I will lose a controller. You know what I'm saying?
But I wouldn't go that far.
But nigga,
This shit's too much, bro. They cost too much.
I'm a little brother that got beat in every video game as a kid, nigga. So like,
I'm the big brother that got beat by the little brother because he's the little brother.
But see, you still the big brother. You can still beat him up though. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm the little brother. I lose in the video game and the fight. I can't win. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
it's unfortunate.
That's problems only you and King gotta know. Y'all lose video game, but y'all still the big brother. Y'all can still win the fight. That ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, back on subject, since I don't even want to talk about it no more. See, 2K, I'm taking losses with 2K and I ain't even playing the game.
It's all good, man.
It's crazy.
It's part of life.
But I got another little something I want to get into. And King, I really need your opinion on this one because I thought about you when I wrote this question out. Who is your... what rookie Longhorn are y'all looking most forward to seeing heading into their rookie year?
So I only knew about the blue.
Yeah, and I got you the draft picks right here.
Yeah.
In the first round, you had Kelvin Banks. He was selected to the New Orleans Saints, 9th overall. In the first round, you had Jahdae Barron, who was selected number 20 to Denver. That pairing of him and Pat Surtain is going to be filthy.
Surtain is cold.
That's nasty, dog. And then at 23, you have Matthew Golden go to Green Bay. Defensive lineman Alfred Collins got selected 43rd to San Francisco. Andrew Makuba went 64 to my Philadelphia Eagles. Vernon Broughton, he went 71 to the New Orleans Saints.
Vernon, is he a lineman?
Yeah, he's a D lineman.
He sound like the name
Vernon.
Vernon. He sound like a
you know that's great. You get what baby? What you gonna name this big baby? Vernon.
He had to be.
But Gunnar Helm got selected to Tennessee. Then you have Barron. There you go. I'm guessing that's who he's most excited for. You have Jaden Blue going to the Cowboys at 149. You have Hayden Connor, offensive lineman in Arizona. Connor Williams in Philly, and then Quinn Ewers in Miami.
The last one is the one I'm probably the most excited because that's the one difference-making position.
And that's the most notable one.
That's the position exactly. That's the position that's not.
Everybody else is like, yeah.
Matthew Golden could be a first-round pick. You don't do good. There's five of them. Probably five of them on the team, and then they probably got 3-4 more on the practice squad. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
And even with all the injuries to Tua, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
what we was talking about.
That's what we were saying in the car.
And it's like with the court, like with
you got a good shot.
I want to see what he gonna do. Shit, it's almost like the Shador thing. Like
you got a good shot to.
I would be more excited to see Quinn than Shador because Shador, you were like to me, I'm all for the underdog story.
Yeah.
So 7th round, they're not believing you. Go out there and show them something. That's the way I'm a fan of.
Yep.
Right. Obviously, you're gonna get a chance because you went to. Did the Dolphins have who's their backup after Tua?
Should be Skylar Thompson.
Skylar Thompson. I don't know who that is.
He was Kansas State.
Okay.
But still. Who? Hey, you see those dudes?
No,
bro.
I'm off the loop with social media, but I don't know nothing.
It's
when it
these
comes
two twins, right? They've been on there for a minute. Like they'll be like, such and such had this game in 19. They'll be like, Carl Johnson had a 35-point double against the Bulls in 95. Who?
Literally, no. Nah, man, that's funny as hell. Nah, but
for you?
I definitely could see. I mean, like I said, I watched the running back, Blue,
Jaden Blue.
I liked how he was. His explosiveness. He's very explosive from the backfield. But the most notable one is obviously at the quarterback position because it's like who doesn't know the quarterback?
Yeah.
He'll have a good amount of opportunity to, win that starting spot, in Miami just because of the injuries to Tua. I wouldn't be mad if Tua retired. I'd be like, dude, you watch your money, man. You got a kid that you just brought into the world. You have nothing. You don't owe this game nothing.
Yeah. The game been good.
The game has been good to you. You got your money. Get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I should say you've been good to the game. The game been terrible to you.
Well, There you go.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
Definitely.
Because so for me, the one who I'm most excited for is John A. Barron, right? And it's all because I think he went to a situation where he's guaranteed to go to a place where his veteran is going to be there with him for many, many, many years to come. Him and Pat Surtain just signed a 4 or 5 year contract last year, something like that. And now you bring in Barron and pair him with Pat Surtain. You just created 2 lockdown corners in a division where you have Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Geno Smith.
Air raid.
You need something to go on the other side of that Pat Surtain because what did you do? Like, we know we can't go over here.
Yeah.
Right? Right? I give you 2 reasons why you shouldn't go over there.
For sure.
Right? Now, we're going to look over here. Oh, we got plenty of daylight over here. Now you got that Bronco orange with a little bit of burnt orange. You know what I'm saying? You see what I did there?
Yeah,
Y'all see what I did there?
That was good, yeah.
Hey, anyway, I think this is going to be a nice pairing.
For sure.
I'm also biasedly, I'm excited for Andrew Makuba because
going to Philly, right?
He's going to Philly, and I think that I don't know which guys are all gonna start. I mean, I think like the linemen might start for the Saints, the offensive linemen. But I think that Andrew Makuba has an opportunity to step in and start right away for a defending championship defense. Because the Eagles just traded Chauncey Gardner to Houston, leaving a massive hole in that secondary. You know what I mean?
You know, I never understood why whenever teams like that win it all, they end up getting rid of the players that helped them get there. Unless it was contractual,
And
you know.
Here's the weird part, though. Here's the weird part.
Some of them just like they just left for free agency.
Bro, like the free agency moves, I can understand those. Go get your money, right? But like for a team to trade all pieces off, that's weird to me. I get what you're saying on that one, but like
I'm diluting this and not going from sport to sport, but like the Luka thing, bro. Like,
and the thing is too, say you play for the Eagles and y'all just won a Super Bowl this year. Now your value has went up, so the Eagles might not want to pay you.
No.
Fire cornerback. The Eagles might not want to pay you, but the Rams are.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel that.
We about to pay you $10 million.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because that's what happened.
I see what you're saying.
Yep.
I see what you're saying.
That exact same thing happened with Milton Williams.
It happened with a lot of them.
Yeah,
okay.
It happens a lot, bro.
Okay.
Like prime example, Milton Williams with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Definitely brings value to your resume.
Yep,
For sure. Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Dig this.
Okay.
Watch this. Milton Williams. He just signed with, and give me the numbers for Milton Williams' contract. He just signed with New England.
Pull it up. I don't even know who
Oh,
the nigga is.
Bet. So Milton Williams was the Eagles' third string defensive tackle, right?
Wow.
We drafted him in the 3rd round in 2021, 2022, something around there.
And he got some
And-
exposure. He got some playing time.
Now he had some solid PT. Now Milton, if you ask me talent for talent, he was probably our 2nd best defensive tackle on the team, but he was 3rd on the depth chart simply because like draft stock of other players, this and that, production wise, schemes or whatever. Right. But our 3rd defensive tackle just got paid from New England, 4 years, $104 million. That
holy crap!
That deal includes $63 million guaranteed.
And then you look at it too, like I already got my title.
Yeah.
So
what else I need?
Yeah.
What else I need?
I guess that's what a lot of.
Now it's time to go get the bag. Now you gotta go get the bag.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it. So I mean,
Unless
but
you already got the bag. Now
and then,
you gotta go get the title.
Yeah. I would appreciate more athletes having that mindset of like, let's run it back. You know, like,
and a lot of teams do, right? And then dig this. So Josh Sweat, the Eagles drafted him in the 5th round in 2019, I think. He was an okay rotational defensive end. He's only like if you run the ball at him, you don't kick his ass, right? But if you pass the ball, he might get a sack. Like he sells out for sacks because he's going to chase the bag, right?
Right.
We signed him to his rookie deal or whatever for like the first couple of years. We signed him last year to a 1 year, 12 to $15 million a year, or right? 1 year, right?
Okay.
He just got paid 4 years, $76.4 million after that Super Bowl title.
Boy.
You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Like, as
But
far as your
for players like Chauncey, right? Who he just signed a new contract, so he had 2 years remaining, a number that him and the team both like. They just agreed on it, and to trade that away when you had him, went to a Super Bowl, lost, let him walk in free agency. The next year, your defense was totally dismantled, and the main thing that you as a franchise and the fan base said is, hey, our defense misses that guy, right? And somehow it works out. He comes back,
man, that's God.
And you didn't have to trade for him. You go back, you win a Super Bowl, and then you trade him.
That's wild.
That is wild.
That's wild to me,
right?
Bro.
So that's why I'm excited for Andrew Makuba, because I'm excited for him, but I know he's going to have a lot of, hey, bro, you like Chauncey wouldn't let that happen. But I do think that Makuba has better pass coverage than Chauncey. I think that Makuba has the ability to finally fill a hole that the Eagle fans have been wanting filled since Brian Dawkins left for Denver in 2007, whatever it was. There's been a massive hole at safety for decades, right?
Yeah.
And if he just comes in and shows that he's competent at the position, the fan base will love him, turning him into a superstar.
You know how those Philly fans are. They'll let you know.
Yeah, good or bad.
Good or bad.
Hopefully for you, it's good.
Yeah. I don't even know. Side note, I don't even know how I'd feel playing in Philly, bro. I don't even know. Whatever team. If y'all suck that year, they gonna let you know.
Would you want to play for a team that lets you, the fan base goes, hey, bro, y'all need to play better. Y'all fucking ass right now.
Bro,
you need would that. You want to play for a fan base who's like, nah, get them next time, boys?
See, but sometimes you need that first insight. You need that, you're right. I need that, outside perspective. You got to do better, but it's good to hear somebody say, yeah, you need to pick this shit up. You know? But then you don't want to, you want people to get off your ass. Man, it's a hard sport, bro.
Any sport's a hard sport.
Any sport's a hard sport. Professionally, it's dude, you're not doing what I'm doing, so shut your ass up and just watch. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you want to know how hard baseball is?
Baseball's hard. I played it.
Bro, I am trying to play MLB The Show 25.
Bro,
a
video game,
bro. Yeah. This game is kicking my keister,
bro. No, that's a hard sport.
I had to give up baseball, and after Little League, once people started to learn how to control curveballs, it was a wrap for me.
When Deion said that, even him being an athlete he said the hardest thing he has to do is hit a baseball.
Try to hit that baseball.
That's how you know.
Yeah,
it's a hard thing to do, especially if that ball at any moment can come and hit you.
Yeah,
you have to.
No matter where you're at.
Yeah, I had that mental thing behind the plate. That ball could literally just take me out. And
you play catcher?
No. I'm saying when I was at bat.
Okay, yeah.
I'm saying, no, I couldn't do the catching. That shit, that thing coming. That's gonna hurt my hand, bro.
I
that ball hard.
I played catcher in Little League. You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like 50 miles an hour.
I wouldn't be able to be consistent catching the ball like that. I would bat it down or I would drop it. I wouldn't be able to catch it every time. Because
the catching isn't the hard part. It's throwing from home to second.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's the pain in the ass.
That's hard. There's people that get paid millions to do that.
Because who do you think has to have a stronger arm? Not a more accurate arm. I would say
center fielder.
I was gonna say between the pitcher and the catcher.
Center fielder.
Center fielder has to have a hose.
Gotta have that.
Has to have a hose.
Do it. Because, dude, if they're doing a sack fly, right? If it's a pop up in the center and that person's on third going to home, and that's the tying run or that's the game, that's the walk off, bro, you better be able to gun that boy. That boy from the
pro hop.
Literally step into it, hop, pop, whatever you got to do, get it to home. You got to have a strong arm.
Bro, that's what position I'm playing right now. I'm in the
center field?
Yeah, I'm playing center field.
Make sure that arm is on point.
Oh, now this is my first time playing MLB The Show, you know what I'm saying? But here's the same thing with 2K though. They done changed it from you just play your game and then you get all your XP points or whatever, and you can change each if I just want to do contact against lefties, contact against righties, right?
Dude, that's so in depth.
It's so in depth, because we've reached an analytical world. We have an analytical video game process.
I see,
and it's bro, video games are for smart kids now.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even be dumb and play video games no more.
Why you think I want to go to those
like,
damn retro stores and get like the Nintendo and all that?
Bro,
you didn't need no break for that.
Doug, I can't even. It used to be,
no strategy.
Bro, I'm gonna sit here and be broke and play video games, right? I gotta go to work so I can play video games. These worlds are not supposed to collide. I'm not supposed to be here. Like, damn, bro. Like, hey, let me go. I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know what I'm saying? And then shit, that means I make about 600. You know what I mean? That means shit.
Bro.
That means I can put like $50 to Fortnite. Shit, yeah, nigga. I be good. Shit, wait, hold on. Did I eat today? Nah, I ate 2 days ago. I be good.
That boy fasting.
Know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, you going to the gym? Nah, dog, I've been playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
How long you been playing? For a Fortnite, nigga.
You know, they just showed my Celtics.
Oh, you want to talk about it? You brought it up. So
I just
I'm gonna let you take the lead on that one, my boy. Go ahead and talk about it. Bring it up.
Man.
Oh, you can bring up the Cavs first if you want to ease into it.
Honestly, I only I saw the Cavs whenever they blew their little lead. As far as like, it's these leads that are being blown. It's like you gotta. It's not the NBA. It's not the regular season anymore, dude. It's like you can literally lose a 10 to 20 point lead in a blink of an eye, dude.
Like
it's
that.
Like right now, it's a little inevitable to do because they're up by like they're about to get.
It is 84 to 30.
That's different. That's an outlier. But as far for a playoff game too.
But this is also a get back game too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They should have been playing like this in game one.
Yep. So and this is that. Yeah. Hey, bro, we can't afford to go down to 0-2.
Exactly. Going back to Denver.
That's
that high elevation. Yep. You got all that against you. So
this is what we need it.
Yeah, you got to win that game. Mm-hmm. But going back to like as far as like how NBA teams, man, and I just hate to say that myself because they're in this now, but they're playing because of the name on the jersey, man. They're going against the Knicks. Now, obviously, the Knickerbockers. You know, they never been a good playoff team. They never been a good playoff team, right? For some reason, they got Carl Anthony Towns, they got Brunson, they got Mikal Bridges, they got what's his name, Josh Hart, and now they look like the damn like super team of the damn East, and I don't understand that because they were not. How did they
end up with Cat? That's wild to me.
Dude, that was the most. Now, obviously, the Luka the Luka AD trade is like the most bizarre trade of all time. But at the time, it was why would you
trade Cat?
Because they were just in the conference finals. The Timberwolves, and you know, but you know what? But every time he goes to Minnesota, they show him love as they should because he did a lot for that team. You know, he played a lot and he played hard for that team. Not necessarily Randall because you know he was kind of bouncing around. You know, he's from LA. He went from LA
to
he went to I think
I feel like he went to New Orleans for a little bit.
I think he went to New Orleans, and then
he feels like he went to New Orleans.
I feel like he did. I feel like he did.
Most people who journey in their NBA career,
I feel like he did.
Like. Bro, there's like certain like New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? Charlotte. What other journeyman cities are there?
Those are
everybody didn't play in Orlando.
You know, little stops. You know.
Everybody didn't play a couple of games for the Hawks.
But then you get to the perennial teams like, you know, now he's with the well, I wouldn't say Minnesota's a perennial team because it's still a small market, but I'm talking about like, you know, New York, Boston, LA. Those are like your mecca teams.
Do you think him being in a small market has helped his career?
I think so, man, because
not everybody's built for that.
What are you doing outside of playing ball in Minnesota besides being cold? I don't know. Because
hang on. Are you kicking it with Rudy or Ant?
Shit, neither. I'm probably just gonna be booed up with my wife and kids. That's it.
Yeah, because cause I say that to say this because
what are you?
If you kicking it with Ant, you getting into shenanigans, probably.
That's just like OKC. Like OKC.
Oh, you ain't got nothing to do.
But play ball. Go to the gym. Play ball. I don't know if you see SGA's girl. She's pretty bad. I wouldn't want to be out anyway. Yeah. But it's like. Denver, I would say, is kind of getting up there as far as like a popular tourist city, you know. But at the time, Denver, like, what else was there to do in Denver besides ski?
Smoke.
But you know, I'm talking about like when Carmelo was there before it was legal, you know, like.
But at the same time, if you really look at it, though, I think that's why.
Small market teams,
small market
Milwaukee was another
correction, not small market teams, because a veteran small market team won't work, right? Because they're at that point, like when they're 8 years in, now it's how can I make money off the court? right? So now they want that big market. But like OKC is a perfect city for a young team. You know what I mean? Especially if they're good. Because
focused.
like you ain't getting no production. Like a young LA team, it will never work. It will never work.
The nightlife.
Miami, a young Miami team will never work.
Shoot, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So this is
unless you have a leader like Dwayne Wade who came into the league with kids.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who had to focus on other shit.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
you know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Like
the small market teams keeps you focused.
Yeah,
you don't have no reason to go out. Now I'm sure you can find some spots.
Think about it. Chicago in the '90s. What the hell were you gonna do in Chicago before Jordan made it a spot to go turn up at?
Detroit too.
Detroit.
Nah, but who wants to go out in Detroit?
But now it's like, hey, bro, we in Detroit. Hey, what we doing after the game? We all hoping we get home.
Go straight to the team hotel, bro. Go straight to the facility.
Hey, that boy be like, hey, I'm a shooter on this court. Well, he a shooter off it. Let's go home.
You have to realize in the 90s, a lot of those players had their own clubs and bars.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like Dallas, Emmitt Smith had his own club in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of players back in those days had their own clubs type shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's another way of.
But at the same time, but it was also in a city like a Dallas. Like I'm pretty sure that if like Emmett was in, what's a terrible city to go to in the NFL? If he was in like Cleveland. Buffalo,
Cleveland.
That's when you open up a restaurant. You just gotta take a different avenue.
But you have to But in order for you to,
Vince Young could open up a club in Austin, but he went the steakhouse route and he won.
But he had to become Vince Young though. Like he had to lead Texas to that natty. Like
man, dude,
you know what I mean? Like I
still remember that game, bro.
Again, like it leads back to if you are a young upstart team, a city with no distractions will work, right?
Yep.
Dallas, Texas needs veteran leadership. Like you aren't gonna get which is why I think that they said, hey, Luka. I don't know why they traded him in LA.
No, they shouldn't.
That was such a bad move. Like if he gets distracted in Dallas and wants to party and turn up in Dallas,
but he wasn't like that in Dallas. I don't think.
Party, he liked to eat.
He about to say bro.
Maybe it might help. They don't eat in LA.
It is a health city.
Yeah, no, they just ain't got no food, bruh. Ain't nobody hunting shit.
Drink beer. That's what his problem was. It was partying.
Hey man, them foreigners, bro, they drink.
Yep.
They love their beer.
They drink and they go under the table with it. They have a higher tolerance than Americans. It's just
that one after they won that one. I think they headed to the finals.
Mike Finley took the beer out his hand. Bro, he was so smooth with it, bro. Now, do you think he took? So, okay. Now, I'm gonna pose one of three reasons.
Oh my God.
Do you think it was A, because that beer was not an official beer of the Dallas Mavericks or the NBA?
Okay.
Right? Do you think it was B?
I'm pretty sure it was the official one because they wouldn't have put no other ones in the locker room.
I'm sure.
Hey, I'm Luka Doncic. I do not drink Miller. Bring me Bud Light. Hey, yes, sir, Mr. Doncic.
Oh my God.
Like that. Hell no. Bud Light or whoever the official sponsor is paying millions of dollars. So this is what it's gonna be.
Yep. But you might have a situation though, where like the official because hear me out. The official beer of the NFL. Listen. The official beer of the NFL is Budweiser, right? The official beer of the Dallas Cowboys is Miller Lite.
I thought it was Bud Light.
Bud Light, whatever. But the official beer of the Dallas Cowboys is Miller Lite. So they are one of the only stadiums where you go in that bitch and you are drinking a Miller. Okay. Like Miller's is everywhere. Everywhere else is Bud Light, Budweiser, Anheuser this, you know what I mean? But like
they got that contract.
Yeah, they got that Jerry Jones money, dog. But the thing about your Celtics, before we get too far off topic, it's just weird that everything that you said is something that you're explaining to a upstart team trying to win a championship. This isn't something that you shouldn't be explaining to a team that's been to 3 finals together, right?
Yeah.
3 finals together and won one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, this isn't things that you should tell them. You shouldn't have to tell Jason Tatum, hey, bro, get your ass off the 3-point line and go to the hole.
You shouldn't have to tell any of these.
Yeah, you should have to tell them how to win. You know what I mean? Joe Mazzulla should just be able to sit on the bench and be like this.
Yeah. You should be able to. You shouldn't be able to tell all these are grown men. These are athletes. These are pros.
Yep.
You should know what to do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be at the level you're at. You know that you're going to shoot yourself out of a game. If you go 1 for
4, it's time to change it up.
If you go 1 for 4 and out of or 1 for 5 or whatever, and that's like in a span of 3 minutes. Like I'm talking fast break, set play, whatever, and you only got 1 3 out of those 5 shots. Go to the rim.
Go to the basket, bro.
Go to the rim, dude. Like you don't. The thing is though, like we were talking about in the car, it's not a regular season game.
Nope.
You gotta go. You gotta think about other than yourself. This is the team. You feel me? You're trying to get out and you're trying to survive in advance. I don't care if you're the number 1 or number 2 seed. I don't care who you are as far as that. You could lose any time, any game. Okay, you can lose in any game in the regular season, but it's like, dude, this is when the sorry teams, whatever, they make it to the playoffs.
Oh, we turned up. Let's
that's
get it.
all they need. Now they're inspired. Because what else do they have to lose? They're trying to take you out because you won, and they're trying to make a statement like, dude, we're up 0-2, and we beat them on their court. We're going back
walk off fashion. We about to go back to Indy.
I'm like, bro, how do you lose a 20-point lead? 2 games in a row. It's 2 games. This is the second game they lost a 20-point lead.
And if I'm not mistaken, like that was their bugaboo last year too. They get up big and then it end up being a close game late, right?
Yes, and they exhaust everything in the first half. In the first half, then the second half, they either take their foot off the gas or they allow to just settle, and they do these unauthorized shots, and it's like they expect them to go in because they're the Celtics. Like, oh, this is what got us here. Yeah, let's keep us going. No, it's not though.
Now,
it's not.
Now, do you think that is because, like, we were talking about it in the car, like, we saw Steph Curry literally put the Wolves out. He made 2 3-point baskets. He was like, what, 2 of 9?
Yeah, and that's
right?
his MO. And he is a shooter. That is his thing.
He is the shooter guy, right?
So he is the only one in the league, maybe a couple others, that I'll be like, you know what, he's off, but let him keep shooting.
Keep shooting that bitch. Want to go in eventually.
He will get hot.
You know what I mean? So, but with the thing that I saw though, right? He was like 1 for 4 because he had just made one. It was the first one. It was that rainbow that went in.
Yep.
It was like 32 feet. Rainbow went in.
Yep.
Right? And I was like, oh snap, this is his first one. But he didn't chase them. That was his last one of the first half.
Yeah.
Right? And then the second half he comes out, it's tween, hezzy, drive, off glass. Behind the back, tween.
He knows to read can read the room. You don't have to force a 3. He knows he's the best shooter of all time. He knows it.
Yep.
We all know it. You know, but even just now, I just saw
SGA floater in the paint.
Floater. Like the 2-pointer is not dead. You can literally pump fake, dribble, 20 points. Look at that. You could literally have 20 points off of, bro. It's fine. You don't have to hit threes all the time. You can get 20 points the same way. But to your point about Steph, dude, he knows when he's not hot.
Yep.
And he'll take it to the, and it's not necessarily having to be him scoring. He could make somebody else involved. He can throw the ball to Draymond. He can throw it to Moses Moody, or he can throw it to Peyton II, and then they could do something with it. You know, he could throw it to what's his name? What's the big man's name? Looney. He could throw it to him,
bro.
You know?
Question, because where do you rank Steph's
crazy right here
handle?
That fucking ball.
Where do you rank Steph's handle and his layup package all time?
Layup package is number 1 because that dude literally will flick it up and it'll go in nothing but net. Like he'll do a finger roll as a floater.
Yeah.
Like a floater, underhand floater, finger roll. And I'm like, how do you do that? I'm like, I gotta push it. I can never do it like that because I'm gonna hit the back of it because I'm too strong. I'm gonna hit the back of the rim. I'm gonna hit the front of the rim. I'm gonna hit the side of the rim. He perfect.
And it's like, and the crazier part, like, for me, it's between him, Kyrie, and AI.
I would say okay,
and Jason Kidd too. But like for Steph, like, and that was cold, but like, it's for me, it's like, you have to run him off the line, right? The handle itself is crazy.
His handle is wild.
Nasty,
but obviously Kyrie's is
But I think Kyrie's up here, and the main reason why it's so like the gap is there is because like Kyrie's is just like so much more like you know what I mean?
It's nasty.
Steph, he will dribble like it feels like he dribbles the ball like a million times and he's not moving. And next thing you know, he's right in the middle of the paint. And you're like, well, how the fuck he get here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, and then like, not only that, it's like, and the next thing you know, it's like, he's like,
Exactly.
He's like, he plays basketball like a fast, bad kid.
Okay, I like that.
You know what I mean?
The difference between, this is my opinion, with Kyrie's handles and Steph's handles. Kyrie's handles is more instinctual and more just kind of, it's just part of him. Like
I'm not thinking about it. This is just how my body's reacting.
He just goes. He reacts of how the defense is defending him. Like he doesn't necessarily have to go behind the back, but he can.
Yeah.
And not have to worry about losing it because he's Kyrie. It's like me doing that. If I were to go, I wouldn't even think about doing that because I know I'm going to lose that ball because I'm like, okay, somebody's going to go. Because he'll go behind the back, then he'll go between the legs, and then he'll snatch it back. That's stuff that's instinctual.
Yeah.
But Curry, he has that thing like on a string, just kind of just like, playing with it. Lull you to sleep like how Harden used to do. Just kind of dribble, and then he'll pull up.
But it's so, because like, you're not supposed to humanly be able to get a shot off that quick, bro.
The shot, that's how he's so elite. The shot is just,
right.
He doesn't, it's not even like always set. It's not like a set. Now, when it is set, it's going in. But when it's like just rushed, like he,
honestly,
from the head right here.
Honestly,
that's crazy.
I think he's a better shooter when he don't set it. Like
running off like
when he's running off he's coming down, he gives Draymond the ball, he does 3 loop-de-loops around Draymond. Draymond hands him the ball, he just chucks that bitch.
Always moving. Yeah.
Bro, when he's like that, Doug, I think that's when his shot's the best. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, if you leave him alone,
he's making it.
He's making it, but it's still I still get that little bit of he had to think about it. Right? You know what I mean? I know it's going in. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just like the hater in me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't shoot a basketball. I hate basketball because basketball, just like baseball, you can do everything right and still be wrong.
It's a hard sport.
You know what I mean? Because like football is like this. If you get your block and I run straight, I'm going to get at least 3 yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And coach going to tell me, good job, son. Get some water. Right?
Yeah, man.
Like in basketball, you can cross this nigga. You can drop him, right? You can, I got you. Throw it up. Don't spin out. Bruh.
Yeah.
Like, and then coach will be like, $1 million move, 10-cent finish. Back on the bench. Corey, go get his ass.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why I can't do it, man.
No, yeah, I feel you on that, bro. That's why there's professionals, man. That's what they do. That's their job.
Man. So, and before we get out of here, what do you think about the Wolves' chances now that Steph is gone? Because man,
if Ant starts off the first half like he did with 1 point, we're not gonna. No, that boy made me so. I was furious because not only
you didn't parlay, did you?
I did with that day. I did. That boy usually
you and Desi was out there with parlay.
Oh, come on. Chill. The thing is, though, he came on late. And the thing is, dude, how do you get your Anthony Edwards? You get 1 point. If you could watch him, if you watch the actual, like, his mannerisms, I don't know why he did it. He did it with one of the Lakers games, too. But he starts, and he just is so passive. He's passing the ball. He's not trying to assert early. And when he does, he's getting to the paint, but then he kicks out. Which is cool.
You know what I think?
But you are the teams. You have to go. They go whenever you go. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, you got Randall still producing. You got Gobert now producing. You got DiVincenzo. You got Jaden McDaniel. You got all the back. You got your role players helping out.
You got the rest of the Justice League helping, but we need you, Superman.
You need to. This is your time, bro.
Yeah.
You cannot just be reliant on them. There's some times that these players are going to rely on you, and then you'll be passing each other the ball, and then the timer goes off. The shot clock goes up. I
think for Ant, I think he's one of those players to where he's so good at defending, scoring, just playing basketball, right? Mm-hmm. But he's also, for as confident as he is, and some people would say as arrogant as he is,
very
I don't think,
very arrogant. But it's not necessarily it's not a bad thing. But he's young.
Yeah,
he'll mature.
I think for all of that, he knows
he's good.
His biggest weakness is when he tries, like you said, to get others involved, because it'll take him out of rhythm. And he's not a facilitator to where if he's not going early, he won't get it late.
Exactly. the thing
He
is,
has to catch it early to get it late.
Exactly. But then he ended up getting 22 points, I think, in the fourth quarter. But
Yeah.
it's like, dude, why do you wait so late?
Yeah.
When y'all are losing, and it's like, dude, play now.
Yeah.
Like play now while you are. Why it's 0-0.
Yeah,
don't wait till you're down to start playing. Like don't be that guy.
Yeah, give me 22 in the first quarter and then give me 5 in the fourth when we need it.
I don't right. I don't know if that's intentional. If he's trying to do some superhero superhero
You know what I think?
thing.
I think it might be the fact that you remember last year at the end of the playoffs or in the conference championship, he got reamed for saying, "quote unquote," I was tired. Right?
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think that he's trying.
Shoot,
and
guard
then,
Kyrie,
and then
yeah.
think about it. He just played LeBron, right? And he just got last week. He gets reamed for saying, "quote unquote," I'm tired. This first round in the playoffs, he plays LeBron. So for 5 games, he just spent a whole summer with LeBron. Now LeBron in the playoffs, LeBron likes Ant, so he's probably gonna give him a nugget like, "Hey, bro, this is how you pace yourself." And I think he's tinkering with it, trying to figure out how to. I think he's tinkering with his playoff, like not workload, but like kind of like when you're driving on like a long road trip, like when you drove from here to Victoria, like you can't just floor it the whole way. You run out of gas faster.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I think he's trying to figure out how to push, ease off, push.
Yeah.
Ease off.
That's true.
Then close it.
I can see
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
he was going hard on that in that series last year.
yeah, because what did everybody say about LeBron? Well, why did LeBron go to Miami? Why did KD go to Golden State? Why did this guy go here? Why did he go there? Well, he didn't know how to win. Well, who has been in Minnesota to teach Ant how to win?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like nobody taught Cat how to win in Minnesota, so he couldn't teach Ant.
That's what KG was there for.
Yeah.
For like a year.
But for a year,
yeah,
like, bro, I'm a rookie. He's a 3rd-year player. Nigga, we ain't listening to you right now. Nigga, you and then think about it. You think Kevin Garnett is the one that you should bring back to be our goddamn role model?
No.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, that's like the Celtics bringing back Paul Pierce to guide Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. No.
Can't.
Like, we love you on the court, but we don't want you around this nest right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Don't mess
like,
with a good thing.
You're not bringing back Jordan to teach Derrick Rose how to win.
This is true.
You know what I mean? Like,
true.
yes, on the court, Jordan was phenomenal. But off the court, I don't want Derrick Rose learning how to gamble and get away with it. You know what I mean? Like, he from Chicago. He already know how to do that.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Jordan gonna be asking Rose, hey, bro, where y'all be shoot them dice at?
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
But yeah, man, and again, it goes back to young team, small market, man.
I don't know, man.
Veteran team needs a big market.
I can see him doing something now that Curry's off the court, but man, if he starts off like how he did, it's just not going to do it. Especially going back to, I don't even care if Curry's not playing. You still got Butler to watch out for. Butler can play. Obviously, you got Buddy Hield starting to come in late. You got, like I said, Draymond Green still doing his thing. So you got all these other players besides Curry
I was
that's
just
going
about
to
to say
do
that.
something. So if he don't get it together, the way that he started, 1 point. You don't do that.
About that 1 point.
A technical free throw. You do not do that.
Wait, he didn't even get his own free throw?
No, that was a technical. It was a technical free throw.
Damn.
And that's wild. And I think they did that to get him going. To see the ball go in. He was shooting the 3 and he was bricking.
But and you know what's wild, bro?
It's like, wow, bro.
You know it's bad when Charles Barkley says something about your game and it makes sense.
Charles Barkley.
He said, Charles goes, let me see if I can get it. He goes, nah, Kenny. Nah, the one thing that I hate for Anthony Edwards is that he didn't figure out how to shoot the 3-point ball. Because
Oh my God.
Now listen to me, Shaq. When he make the 3-pointer, it's a good thing. He can make the 3-pointer.
Yeah, he can.
But when it don't go in, Shaq, he keeps taking them and they don't go in. He's forgotten. He goes, I would much rather Anthony Edwards beat me with 3-pointers, right? Than him coming downhill, dunking on us and putting us in the rim.
I would too, low key, because he's not proven to be that elite 3-point shooter yet. But
the only person I don't want beating me from the 3-point line in NBA history is Steph Curry, Reggie Miller, and Ray Allen.
I mean, hey, that's their MO. That's
You know what I mean? Like everybody else, motherfucker, if you make it, bitch, you got it.
Whatever.
Like,
that's cool.
If Rudy Gobert give me, like, Lakers situation, if Rudy Gobert give me 27 and 20, goddamn it, I earned that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God, that is highly unlikely. But like, if it were to happen, yeah,
I earned that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Another Game 7 situation.
Yeah.
If Steph Curry get me off the court, shooting layups, playing defense, rebounding and assisting, and making 2 3-point baskets all night in a Game 7,
that's fine.
I deserve to lose that game.
Yep.
I deserve that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
If Draymond Green keeps banging threes,
Bro, oh my God.
bro, I'm telling you right now.
See, but the thing is, he's a streaky shooter.
And he's
not necessarily a bad one.
Look, and you know what? His trajectory looked like this right now. I go,
Yeah.
he
He hit those 2 in a row, and I was like, oh,
bruh. Hey, you know Draymond be feeling it, right? But here's the scary part. He hit 2 in a row, right? He got about another game and a half where he gonna make about 2, maybe 3. And then you see it already starting. Them air balls starting to come.
Yeah, oh my God,
bro!
you're getting a little older, bro. That's that age.
Look, bro, that's them legs right there.
Them legs getting a little tired, a little heavy.
Look, that's what I be telling the young bulls on the court when they like they be airballing the ball, right? I be like, hey, more legs.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, man. Bro, it is 104 to 69. And you know what's crazy? You done ref before. The coach would still be on your ass right now. Like, that's a travel ref. Like, sir, it is 104 to 69. Leave me alone.
ABC always be coaching, bro. You gotta. That's their job. They have to. You can't just sit down because then again the game gets complacent. Then the team trying comes back. But I don't see that obviously happening tonight. But
no, that's not.
As far as the Celtics, bro, that's unacceptable. 2 20-point leads. You don't do that.
They in trouble, bro. Because like
at home.
Because now, let's say you get.
Now you're going.
Let's say you get up 5 on the road. Do you have confidence in that 5-point lead late?
Bro, I don't know, man. It's like, who do you keep out there that will?
So, like, who did they attack? Because they had to pick on somebody.
Well, I mean,
I know it was everybody, but there had to be somebody that they were just picking on, Doug.
I would say they were picking on. Well, you know what? It was
Who was guarding Brunson?
It was kind of spread out. No, it was actually White, and then Brunson would get switched on to like maybe Brown or maybe Pritchard, but it was a collective.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a good move right there.
$1 million move with a 10-cent finish.
He's been, oh my God.
Was that Porter?
Porter, oh my God, bro.
He has, I'm going to be honest with you.
Bruh.
Oh.
See? And you see what that shot was?
It was a midi. It was a midi.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. I don't understand why everybody wants to do a step back.
I'm about to show you something. Hey,
weird to me.
We about to put y'all on game. Watch this. Hey, who's your top 5 all time?
Top 5 all time?
Watch this.
I honestly, I don't.
Just give me your 5 favorites all time.
Well, Chris Paul's up there.
Midi.
Right. Who else? I'll definitely say Kyrie's in there.
Midi.
Yeah.
Watch all of them.
Man, I don't
Even if you say Kobe or Jordan, guess what they specialized in? Middies.
Wouldn't even say either one of them. But I do know greatness. They're both great. Man, I would definitely. It's hard, bro. Literally, I mean, I'm such a guard-focused type of player. I don't think about the big man at all usually. But
same. Guard's the most important position on the floor.
Definitely. Chris Paul, like you said, mid shot. Kyrie. I could throw KD in there. KD's
midi.
Yes, but he can shoot the 3.
He can.
He can definitely.
But
shoot.
He's a midi monster.
Oh my God, dude! Pull up general. PG. He's a pug. For real.
Bro, you know what I realized though? I think the thing is, it's not necessarily that the mid-range shot is gone. I think that threes are easier spot-up shots, right?
Yeah.
You got to have a bag to work in the mid-range.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you got to have a bag. Like, look at this right here. This is an NBA player that went up like that with his left hand. He ain't got no goddamn left in the NBA.
Okay, well, Aaron Gordon, he definitely has a left. I can't lie. He's and he's getting older. Obviously, now he's having to play more skill set because he came into the league high flying,
bro.
But
he got cheated out of that dunk contest.
That was one of the best dunk contests I've ever seen, and I watched that. It was a good one. It was a good back and forth, man. Him and Levine, bro. Mm-hmm. Now neither one of them are doing any of that anymore.
Oh, they don't need to. They all star now. They good. You do that when you chasing the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they did that like year 2, year 3.
You know what I'm saying? It's like opening doors. You do that when you try to date. You know what I'm saying? Once you know what I'm saying? Once you like get in there, you're like doors stop opening and shit.
Oh man, I hope I don't have that mentality because
turn around and be like, you ain't here yet. Nah, I'm just playing.
No, I can't lose that, man. I can't do that.
Oh, that's a foul.
That is an obvious foul. And that's why he stopped. So that's the officiating. I noticed is a little bit more egregious, man. They're letting them play, but these players are complaining, and I can't stand it. Like Jokic is leading it. I can't stand. You already know Westbrook's gonna say something.
He said it's a flop.
Literally, bro, you are 2 something, and he's a 170 something pound 7-footer. He's gonna obviously, bro. Come on, dude. Look at him. He just looks angry. Just looks angry. From wherever he's from. I don't know where he's from in LA.
Inglewood.
He's from Inglewood.
I think so. I don't know.
Somewhere aggressive.
But
somewhere aggressive. I know it.
But King. You got anything you want to add before we get up out of here, my boy? Roy, you got anything you want to add before we get up out of here, my boy?
Go Celtics, man.
Anyway, it's been another beautiful Wednesday night on the Roundhouse Sports Podcast. We will see y'all next week. That sounded cool.
Yeah, we got to see about that.